So the final question for me states, studies of existing cells to determine the minimum number of genes for a living cell have suggested that 206 genes are sufficient. Okay, if the ratio of protein encoding genes is the same in this minimal organism as the genes of E. coli. In other words, if we got and they're going to say 0.980. Now that may be slightly different from the number that we got because they're going to give us different numbers to make everybody's numbers different, right? So if we got 0.980% ratio of protein encoding genes, how many proteins are represented in these 206 genes? Well, we're not given this as 98.0%, we're given it as 0.980. So what does that mean? It means we're going to use this formula. We're not going to use the times 100, we're going to use part over whole, okay? Not times 100 because we're going to have this as a ratio of 1, okay? So for this one, we're going to say the percent fraction is equal to proteins divided by genes. Okay, so we can plug our numbers in. 0.980 is equal to proteins. Now we're supposed to assume that this minimal organism has 206 genes. Okay, so if we work that out, we just multiply 0.980 times 206, so we bring that up. That means our proteins is equal to 206 times 0.980. So remember, I just multiplied both sides by 206, and that cancels the 206 out. I could even do that here real quick in case you get confused on that. So I'm multiplying both sides by 206, and then the 206 cancels out. And then I've got the proteins is equal to 206 times 0.980, which is equal to 201.88. And we get that down to 3 sig figs, that's 202. That means we have 202 proteins coding those coded by those 206 genes.